What's the story, folks? I'm the Ginger Eejit, and this is X4 Foundations. Now, this is the sequel to a game I've collectively put about 500-600 hours into, the X3 series. We're gonna completely pretend that X Rebirth didn't exist, because in my mind it didn't. I didn't spend that $60, I didn't play that thing, and it's definitely not something that I still regret. So, I understand it was a completely different thing, and they were trying something new, and it's the groundwork that they set up for this thing, all of that good stuff, but also, god damn it, after spending so much time at X3, X Rebirth, there's enough rants on the internet about X fucking Rebirth. So, I got a little bit into this just before playing, just to see if I had any clue what I was doing. It does seem to have inherited a lot from Rebirth. It doesn't seem like it's got as many of the downsides, so some of the controls make a lot more sense, the stuff you're doing makes a little bit more sense, it's a little bit more in the X3 school of thought of being able to just sort of meander around and do stuff. I put a lot of time into X Rebirth and I got absolutely nowhere. So yeah, I don't like this scanning thing that they have you do, but I'm hoping that's not going to be a big thing. But anyways, let's undock and go see if we can find something to do. Not quite sure why that lady just yelled, "You're gonna die." So something I immediately love is how fast everything feels. It feels weird saying that when I don't have the SATA drive. The SATA drive was basically like a fast forward. So you point your ship in a direction, you start going, and you hit the SATA drive, and it just times it by whatever amount you set in the options. You can set it to times 10. If you've got a CPU that can deal with that, then yeah, you can turn that thing up to times 10. Mostly it's, I think, times 4 is by default, but yeah. So, the things that I wanted to do in this video were, I struggled initially with figuring out how it is that you go about finding things. If you take a look, I'm still in these two beginning zones. Not gonna lie, I went and I took a look at some videos, to see what the heck I should be doing. So, the map seems to be, like, it was pretty important in X3, but this is kind of ridiculous. So I'm gonna go exploring, and I'm hopefully gonna find a mission to do, and go from there. Now, because I'm a massive loot whore, I'm gonna see if I can find if there's anything worth looting in the sector. Does not seem like it. This is the object list. This lists every object, including ships and everything in the that you can see or detect in the sector. Okay. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look over here, look at the map, start guidance, and just point my ship at it and go. Now, you don't start with a SATA drive like you did in the other games, and that kind of sucks initially. But the thing that they, I believe, kind of replaced that with to some degree, probably because the universe is more populated and they don't really want you to be using SATA as much, but if they'd left it out entirely, I don't think that would have went down very well. So, you've got what's called, actually what is it called? You've got flight modes. So you've got travel mode, scan mode, and long range scan mode right now. There's other ones to be unlocked with ship upgrades. But travel mode basically puts you into a constant state of boost. I don't know if it's directly tied to the speed of your boosters, or if it's...
actually flown a real ship before. We will be scanning your cargo hold.
Are you talking to me?
Contraband. Release your contraband immediately. This could be quite okay. Eject the cargo into space. No, that's not happening.
Okay, they're not talking to me. Okay.
You insist on fight.
So, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I picked up some loot earlier that some pirates dropped, and I think I was careful not to pick up anything I shouldn't have. But it's always a risk with these things. So, yeah, the flight modes. So you've got this travel mode that takes you basically as fast as your ship can go. It's really good. I initially couldn't find it, and I was like, am I supposed to travel at 150 meters per second at all times now? Is that my life? But no, yeah, there's this travel mode is actually pretty cool. Definitely makes up for areas that SATA wasn't good at. Like, there's definitely things that this is better at than SATA was. So, actually, well, since we've gotten to this station here, it is a turret component factory. I'm not really interested, and I don't want to hit it, so there we go. Alright, sorry about that. So, let's zoom out and see if we can find somewhere that I do want to be. I want to unselect you. This doesn't help much. Okay, there we go. There's a ship over there. Okay, another unknown object. So let's go take a look. Oh, it's a gateway. On instinct, I still hit J when I point my ship in a direction. J was the hotkey for SATA. But yeah, there's areas that this is way better than SATA, actually, because with SATA, it was very... the ship was like out of your control in a lot of ways, and you could interrupt it at will, and it would immediately stop the ship, which is, you know, I nearly crashed into that station a minute ago. That would have been a good time for SATA to have been a lifesaver. But I mean, actually, I think this goes a good bit faster than what SATA did. But yeah, while it was going, you kind of lost control of your ship. If you were SATAing at the wrong time, you would crash your ship, and it would be something that was out of your control, because you set like autopilot on something and go, and then, oh look, you just blew your ship up because you crashed into the wrong dude or whatever. And so yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at this. It's an Argon trading station. So let's go Shift A, autopilot at the thing. On.
Autopilot disengaged.
I think it's autopiloting at the gate.
Autopilot engaged.
Seriously, what the hell?
Autopilot
Okay.
disengaged.
I'll stop wrestling with that and I'll just do it manually. It's fine. Actually, another thing that I really appreciate in this is how fine it is to do stuff manually. A lot of stuff in X3 was very much focused on doing things automatically. Like, there's a lot of autopilot, auto dock. Your docking computer right out of the box lets you automatically dock with stuff. Very, very rare that you had to really manually do anything. Now, like more advanced play, like, you know, quickly docking and undocking, it was functional to manually do it in a lot of cases, especially when you use larger ships. But
Docking granted.
that was just a Shift D to dock. Again, these are just hotkeys directly lifted from X3. There's nothing new here, but definitely appreciate that they still exist. So now, the docking is kind of fun. I expected to hate this. It's actually kind of fun. So what you want to do is, let me clear this waypoint. Stop guidance. I don't know. I'm sure there's a better, more smooth way of doing that, but I don't know what it is yet. So here's what docking looks like. Now, again, I think there's a docking computer that you'll get later that'll make this a little bit more smooth, let's say, because trust me, this isn't going to be smooth. First off, you've got this kind of 3D HUD thing. It doesn't look 3D, but it is. So see the left and right? So if I line this up in the middle, now I can tell from this guy here that my ship is too far forward, so I just back that up a bit till the line goes green. Okay, I'll stop, and then I just bring this arrow being my vertical, all the way down. There you go, I'm docked. And you will clip through the ship that you're docking with a lot. So, here's why I wanted to come here. I have some stuff that I would like to unload. Okay. And I'm still trying to figure out some of the UI stuff. Like, I don't know how to check my inventory, so let's go take a look and see if we can find that real quick. Sorry if I'm a bit sniffly and stuff. I'm getting over what I'm pretty sure is a sinus infection, undiagnosed and untreated. American healthcare, folks. So, okay, here's my inventory. So I've got this Invidium oxide. Now I want to try and sell that. Actually I don't. This is garbage. So, okay, never mind. So what are these interface units? It is a crafting ware, I guess? Let's go take a look. So the encyclopedia is apparently like really built out and useful. I don't know if it gives you really trading information. Oh, it does. It's got an average price for this. That's useful. So the description. This interface unit is essentially an intelligent signal converter designed to allow different pieces of equipment, developed by different species and using a variety of technologies to communicate. It has numerous input and output ports and has a learning mode to allow it to determine the correct signals to use. Okay, so it's a universal translator for computers. So I guess for the uninitiated, there's several species of aliens in this. New feature of X4. Let me go back to my universe building in a minute. Getting out of your seat, you can just totally get up, go walk around, talk to people. This again is something that they took from X Rebirth. And still not totally sold on it, to be honest. It's fine, but it's got some interesting things you can do. I don't know why some of this. I think some of this just is in the menus, but like you can change things about it and do stuff. Ooh, hang on a second. So this is common? Is this enhanced, rare quality? I don't know. Yeah, blues. So this kind of seems like whites, blues, and then purples, exceptionals. That's awesome. That's gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna. I think if this plays well as expected to, I'm gonna put a lot of time into this. Now I don't know if I'm gonna make a lot of videos about it, unless I find something cool. I can see myself probably capturing a lot of video, but not uploading a lot of it. Because there's probably going to be a lot of dead time, and this video may be heavily edited to reflect that as well, and that's just sort of the nature of these X games. It also may be kind of inefficient. I don't know what the quality is going to be. I was seeing a thing about these. You got these travelators that if you want to go somewhere, as you're walking around these gigantic space stations, like X Rebirth had these gigantic space stations, but the areas you could actually interact with were pretty tiny. And the reason for that is because trying to walk around something that's that gigantic in space would be fucking stupid. Sure hope I remember to edit that out. Yeah, these giant space stations would be absolutely stupid to try and navigate. Now, there's, again, I'm sure arguments out there saying that, oh, they were lazy, they were this, they were that. I don't believe it. The guys at EgoSoft, I don't think they have a lazy bone in their bodies. But yeah, I'm so far really impressed with how they've done quality of life improvements. What the hell are you? There's crafting in this now? What? An Aggie processor? Don't use those. That's how we ended up in this mess. Okay. Can't go inside. That's slightly uninspiring. So, show me your wares, please. The voice acting in particular in Rebirth was awful. So I screwed up a little bit there, and hit the wrong button on my keyboard, stopped recording, and now I've navigated my way back over here. So I sold off those interface units and bought these bomb launchers. The anecdote I was about to launch into was about how, yeah, in Rebirth the voice acting was terrible. Main issue being that the protagonist talked, which wasn't really something anyone asked for, and wasn't very well done. So whenever you'd walk up to a vendor, you'd say, "Show me your wares, please," and it was actually pretty amusing. Pardon the handling noise if there was any. So yeah, bought this stuff, and that's pretty much it. Oh. Somehow I just teleported to my ship. I should probably figure out how to do that. That would be handy. All I did was hold A and D, or W and D. W and F? What do I do? Shift F, Shift S, Shift D. Oh, Shift D takes you back to your ship. Cool. This is where I was going, so that's fantastic. So let's undock and go see if we can find a ship. Or a mission. So again, we're going back to the map here. And the only mission on here is a supply order, which does not seem like my wheelhouse at this juncture. Mostly because my wheelhouse is whatever a real small light fighter can do. So just to be on the safe side, I feel like there might be some fighting missions around these missile platforms. That's usually how it worked, if I remember correctly, was that the kind of mission depended on the kind of thing that you were going at.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
So this was a thing that I learned how to do. You can actually properly cut your engines. If you've ever watched Battlestar Galactica, that will mean something to you. Or played Freelancer. That would also be a thing that you'd be comfortable and familiar with. The main principle being that you can speed yourself up as fast as you can with your thrusters. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of this, actually. Fast you can with your thrusters, cut your engines. Then you can turn tail, nose to tail, and you're still going the opposite direction at that speed. Screwed up. Wasted thrusters. So you've got somebody chasing you. Well, you don't have to barrel roll around and do all this type of nonsense to try and get behind them. And I'm probably going to rebind that because I'm going to use that a lot. Or at least I feel like I will. But I can't imagine not using it in a space fight. That's my feeling on that. Let's enable flight guidance assist. But yeah, that is a really effective strategy when you've got somebody chasing you, because you can flip over like from nose to tail a lot faster than you can kind of curve around and get behind somebody. So it gives you that element. Usually AI doesn't know how to deal with that at all. Maybe that's not the case in this. Maybe they've got fantastic AI that's really good at ship fighting, but ship-to-ship combat is... yeah, I learned to do ship-to-ship combat in Freelancer. Taught by some really cool guys on the... Oh, I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. There was a really popular server, Freelancer server back in... It would have been like 2006, I think, when I was playing that. What was it? I feel like it was called Jolt. I remember seeing it and being like, oh, that's that cola flavor. So I think it might have been Jolt, like Jolt Cola. But also maybe not. Anyways, hey. I wanted to take a look at the external view. What the hell? Yeah, anyways, no missions here. If you have any interest in how I'm scrolling so fast, by the way, I'm using a Proteus G502 mouse. It is my favorite mouse I've ever used, and I've used quite some gaming mice. Mice? I'm always confused by that. I work in IT and I still don't quite know what the correct vernacular is. But yeah, it has a function where you can click off the scroll lock. So rather than your mouse wheel locking into like notches, it will just like spin freely. It's really cool. A lot of mice have it. I mean, I'm not talking about anything new or special or anything. Did somebody just shit talk me? Yeah, whatever. So you can't turn off flight assist while in travel mode. Otherwise you just... Wait, I mean, like, do I keep going at that speed? Does it just not report what speed I'm going? Okay. What I wanted to do was check out long range scan mode though. So we hop into long range scan mode by shift 3. You can mess around with menus and stuff if you want. Go in here and do that, but that's a massive waste of time in my opinion. Shift 1 is your travel mode, 2 is your short range scan, 3 is your long range scan. So we're in long range scan mode. You hold R till the sound seems like it's like just before it's gonna fizzle out. I don't know why they decided to make this a QTE or whatever, but once you do that, point in a given direction, fire that thing off, and it'll unveil these unknown stations, objects, anything that you should probably know about. In X3 actually, and like this is kind of a testament to the effort and quality of this game. In X3, you could kind of eyeball it from across the sector. If there was a station, like the sectors were small enough that you could see them. I mean, the stations are huge. They're huge in this. I hear some of the ships are getting some shit because they're not big as people were expecting, but I'm fine with that as long as the numbers match up. I don't care. It's cool to have like a fucking split tiger or whatever, like 10 miles long, or Titan or whatever the hell you want to use, but I don't feel it's necessary. I mean, I like being able to eyeball stations. Like I'm a good distance away. This is 20 kilometers now. I was able to see this thing at like 100. I think that's when I spotted this guy at least. So let's take a look at our map. What have we exposed? We have exposed the fact that there's another... Oh, wait, Marines needed. I don't know if the same thing applies, but usually to transport people you needed like a specific thing that lets you transport people. There are no missions there. Oh, a fire squadron. Okay. Back to long range scan mode. Fire the thing off. I heard some pings. Scroll out. There we go. Unknown station. Start guidance. Let's go. By instinct, I just hit shift or hit tab all the time to boost, and it's just an old habit because that's how I used to like just get up to speed and start going in a direction, and then I'd hit J to SATA mode. But anyways, okay. Does this knock you out of travel mode when you open the map? Yeah, it does. Yeah, that was something that always bugged me about X3 as well. I while it was doing its fast travel, you couldn't go look at the map. It's like that's you could if you clicked the buttons rather than using your hotkeys. Just little eccentricities of the thing that I maybe didn't love. But yeah, during long travel sections, I'd go up to the menu and click around because you couldn't use hotkeys while it was fast traveling. Okay, like I said, so like from 60 kilometers you can kind of eyeball it pretty well. Again, it depends on the size of the station and all that good stuff too. But we're close enough now that we should be able to see what missions are available, if any. And I think the answer is, yeah, none. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd think they designed it on purpose, so that, like, as you're flying around, you'll just spot something out of the corner of your eye and be like, hey, what's over there? But they still give you the tools to find stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. If the other games aren't to go by, there'll still be, like, stuff that you can only find by eyeballing it, though. Actually, do you know what? There is a jump gate right over here. Let's go take a look. And for this, I'm going to Shift A,
Engaged.
Shift 1. Well, that's really cool. The jet streams and stuff as it maneuvers, maneuvering thrusters. I kind of feel like maybe I should turn off travel mode for this, but I know it can do it. I've seen it do it. I don't need to...
Auto entering system. Grand exchange.
What? Well, that's not cool. I wanted to show off the fast travel thing. That's an exit, not an entrance. Wait, is this one way now?
Autopilot engaged.
No.
Autopilot disengage. Entering system.
Oh.
Black hole sun.
Oh, this is an actual jump gate. Oh my god, that's
Entering
fantastic.
system. Grand exchange.
Okay, so there used to be kind of a wormhole-ish type graphic to it, and so if we go back to the map here, go take a look at these. Between these two, there is this entrance exit kind of, you know, single slipstream thing, and that just lets you travel really quick between these two locations. But to jump to other sectors, I need to figure out what way they're referencing these things. I mean, this is all Black Hole Sun. This is Black Hole Sun 4 and 5. Where 1 through 3 is, I don't know. But here is Grand Exchange, which Grand Exchange is a Taladi sector, if I remember correctly, which is absolutely fine by me. I love the Taladi. They are the Ferengi of X3. Not that I liked the Ferengi, though. Plasma Conductor Factory, okay. I don't know why I said that like the ship's robot. Deploy a satellite at the target position. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. This is deploy 3 mines. This is deploy 3 mines. Now, that might seem like a no-brainer. Hey, it's just fly a thing to a thing and do a thing. But actually, like, you never... It's... I'm still wrapping my head around how you tell if you're capable of performing a mission. Like, if your ship has the capacity to do it is a real-life issue. This is probably very much my speed, actually.
I knew I could count on
no
you.
time limit either. there's no time limit on these, so I'm gonna go do the one that gets me the most money. Yeah, I'm in this for the money. So fast travel-ish. I really like a lot of these. These are all quite cool. It's like a weird little android dude. It's like a Twisted Steam logo. This reminds me of Dragon Age Inquisition for some reason. But anyways, yeah. So we need to find meals for him, and apparently we have infinite time to do it, so that's a bonus.
Dear visitors, we are experiencing some minor surges in our power grid. Please excuse any inconvenience.
I think it's gonna be a lot easier to find a satellite, so let's go take a look at the encyclopedia for that. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be equipment, I think. Satellites. And radar range 30 kilometers. Resource needed for manufacturer. Energy cells. Yeah, no. Where the hell do you buy this stuff, though? Yeah, again, that's not really something that this. That's not really a thing ever. You can buy some extensions, but I'm actually not sure if those were mods or not. That would tell you where stuff was. Like if you could buy trade extensions. But like I say, I don't know if they were DLC added later in X3 or if that was like user generated modifications. I can tell you, I'll probably have a better look finding stuff here, though. I wonder if I can just search for find meal. I mean, it didn't give me anything, but what about satellite? Yeah, it's not actually. I don't think it's gonna do that for me. That would be that'd be wildly useful if it did, but I don't think it's gonna do that. Let's just try for the sake of argument. Space. Yeah, no, it's not gonna tell me. Okay. That being the case, I'm going to go find a satellite to deploy. I'm going to figure out where the hell I would find such a thing. And I'm gonna cheat to do it. I'm willing to travel. Let's find out where it is at Black Hole Sun. A lot of stuff about the song, which I quite like. I would play some, but I'd immediately get copyright struck, so never mind. Grand Exchange.
Security would like to remind all visitors to keep their belongings with them at all times.
Okay. I mean, it's just suggesting exactly what I was doing before. Clicking the station, seeing what they have. The inventories, I know, refresh on the stations, so it's probably going to be most effective to click on the stations and see what they have. Helium refinery, that's not going to have anything good. Trading station, conductor factory? No. They sell plastic
Dear
conductors.
visitors,
Why would they sell
we
anything
are
else?
experiencing some minor surges in our power
Okay.
grid. Please excuse any inconveniences.
Okay, advanced electronics. Claytronics. Hardware, solar, space. Okay. Why is there so much space weed? Jesus. I think it's worth exploring Grand Exchange, so I'm gonna do that. Shift D. Is there a below deck? Yeah. That was one thing I did quite like in Rebirth. There's not a lot I liked about Rebirth, but that was one thing. You could go below deck on your ship, and there's a lot of potential there for doing cool stuff. Like, I can imagine it being really awesome having a sweet like crafting bench in your like primary ship. And as long as they keep it easy for switching that stuff around to new ships, that sounds great. So let's do a scan over here.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged.
There's just so much stuff here.
Autopilot engaged.
I should have ran ages ago. Huh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, I need bigger guns. That goes without saying.
I will destroy you.
These are Xenon. They are a mysterious alien force of unknown origin, or even nobody really actually knows what they want as far as I know. I don't know if that's changed in lore. They just sort of show up and blow stuff up sometimes. Is that all of them? There's one left. Floating in space that I could keep. Ooh, tuning software. Ooh, normal field array. So finding stuff is tricky. I have no idea what the hell that was. So this is your repair laser. This is the kind of mission that can prove to be very lucrative. So this one is satellite repair work. Something that you just have by default on your person is a repair laser. You can use it to fix your own ship, which I should also do, but you know, no guts, no glory. I really would like to find a safe place to go repair, but this is gonna do. So my hope is I'll get here, it'll be totally fine and safe, I'll repair the satellite, and then I'll leave.
Autopilot disengaged.
That was way too much to think would even be vaguely possible.
Autopilot engaged.
Actually, he's leaving. Okay. They were just exchanging fire. I might be okay. The Cock are a criminal organization, as I recall.
Autopilot disengaged.
I want to get as close to this as I can without hitting it and possibly damaging it further. If I hit this, I'm an idiot. A little bit closer. A little closer. When you're in a ship, this feels really close. But when you're out of your ship, like I'm about to be, okay, I think I've got time. Oh. Wait, hang on a second. There we go. I didn't realize that I have more than... That's why that thing was attacking me earlier, because I was attacking my own ship with a laser. That's really funny. So really my greatest achievement in X3 was basically I'd built... This is a thing you can do. You can build gigantic bases and factories and all sorts of stuff. And I don't know if all this stuff is in here. Rebirth, like I would have naturally expected there to just have been an evolution of this stuff in Rebirth, and then Rebirth was something wrong. So I don't know if it's going to be in this, but yeah, my crowning achievement, let's say, was building a giant factory of factories that converted silicon from these high-yield asteroids into computer components, and then into like smart missiles that then sold for like ridiculous amounts of money. I don't remember the names of any of the stuff in it, of course, because that'd be too convenient. But yeah, it was a cool structure. I've seen videos online of what people do, and it's like at some point in the X3 games, you got to a point with income to where you were basically in creator mode. You had so much money that you could just plant everything and not have to worry about it. You send like 5 mammoths or whatever to a shipyard, and they pick up the plans for like 20 things or whatever, and you just plunk them down wherever you want. But
Autopilot disengaged.
getting that to be not a complete mess, and so that the ships, or not the ships, so that the stations were actually like sensible, was a challenge.
Out of docking range.
I gotta get closer.
Docking granted.
And they gave you the tools to do it, and that was one of the coolest things about it, was like, yeah. That game was something else, I'll tell you that much. It remains to be seen if this is going to come close. What I'm doing right now is not the kind of things that I'm used to doing in X3, that's for sure. That's mostly because I'm finding my footing, figuring out how to fly and fight, and what I'm actually trying to accomplish in my life.
You're in trouble now. Keep your insults to yourself.
I always liked missions that felt valuable. These missions, they're paying. I like that. I got 100-some thousand. I feel like I might be able to buy a ship or something at some point, you know? 200,000 nearly, right? So let's trade. No. You don't have anything for me. I really would like to find a shipyard. Whatever.
Get spiced.
Wharf or equipment dock. So let's go take a look. Do we have an equipment dock anywhere? This Argon equipment dock over here. Let's undock, see if there's any... I'm gonna get back to this equipment dock. So I think what I'm gonna do is set guidance, set autopilot,
Engaged.
and set travel mode, and AFK. Actually, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'll get back to the exchange. We completed a couple missions. That was cool. Well, we completed a mission and failed a mission because apparently I need to know how to open a lockbox somehow. Okay, whatever. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. The stupid bell thing, of course. There's social media and Amazon affiliate links in the description. Please use them. It's the only thing that I think is going to give me money right now. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Bye.